Good morning, dear students. So today we are going to discuss about the topic, the grammar topic, which you have been doing since your last many classes, and these are models. So first, look at the sentences. Maggie says, "Okay, but you can go out, but you must go out of this room immediately. Oh, Lisa, you should go out and see some friends." So here in the above in these sentences you can see the use of can to give permission. Okay, you can go out, then you must go out of this room immediately, that is an order, compulsion. The third one is you should go out, so that is a suggestive kind of sentence, a suggestion is there. So now let's see how modals are used in above slide and why it is used. Modal verbs are, we have so many models like can, could, may, might, shall, will, should, need, ought to, dare, has to, have to, had to. Before explaining them in detail, I want you to tell about definition, structure, and how to use these modal verbs. So if we talk about definition, a modal verb is a type of auxiliary verb, helping verb, that is used to indicate modality, that means likelihood, ability, permission, possibility. Like, two of my friends can play guitar. They can play guitar, this is their ability. So these are some of the modal verbs: can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, ought to, must. And I just ask this question again and again in all my classes, that the past of can is could, the past of may is might, the past of will is would, but the past of shall is not should, please. The past of will and shall, both words is would, and should is a separate word, it is an independent word which is used when you are giving some suggestions to someone, or some other usages are there, but this is not the past of shall. Shall is a different word and should is a different one, they do not have any connection. Structure, like subjects are there: I, we, they, you, he, she, it. Modal verbs like must, can, should, may, will, any other modal verb can be there. And then after these modal verbs we have to write the main verb, and just look what is written here with the arrow, that is use the basic form of or infinitive of the main verbs after the modal verbs. Whenever you are using any modal, be it in present times, for past tense, for future tense, wherever you are using modals, just after modal verbs there will be main verb, and that will be always in its infinitive form, means the first form will be there, whether the tense is past or future or present or continuous, perfect, any kind of sentence is there, will be using first form. Then complement, like I must go to sleep, we must go to sleep, they should eat some food. After modals there should be always first form used. Modal verbs do not add s or es to the third person singular. Like we have it our rule that if there is singular subject in third person, we do use s or es, like he eats food. But if we are using modals, after that we are not supposed to add any s or es. Like he can swim, we are having this third person singular, but still we will not write he can swim or he can swims. No, he can swim. Modal verbs don't need auxiliaries to form negative and question. Like we see in simple past or present or future tenses, that we have to use helping verbs to form the sentences to be negative or interrogative, but here in modal sense we do not use it. Like she doesn't should stay, no, that is wrong. She should not stay, she shouldn't stay. Why does she stay, or why should she stay? Should, if you are using any modal, do, does, is, am, are, was, were, has, have, had, all these are not used. Modal verbs don't have infinitives or ing forms. Okay, can means can, it is never going to be canning or cans or to can or to might. No, it remains in either in present or past, like can or could. Modal verbs, how to use. The first model which I am going to discuss with you is can. This is the most widely used model. So its first use is ability or possibility. They can control their own work. This is their ability. And if I talk about possibility, here general kind of possibility is discussed. For example, accidents can happen anywhere. This is a general possibility. Okay, that accidents can happen anywhere. Impossibility, we can't fix it, we can't do it, it can't be. Impossibility. Then asking for permission, can I bring here and please. Can is used when you are seeking permission from any person who is close to you. There is no formality, you have personal relationships. You can also use the names, like you say, can I sit here, Rajesh? Okay, or in some cases where you are sure that you will be getting the permission, like you ask your mom, can I go out to play, mom? You know that your mom would allow you. So in those cases can is used. But if you are seeking permission from your teachers, from the persons who are very reputed, or where you have some kind of fear that maybe you can be permitted or you cannot be permitted, both the cases are there. उन केसेस में आप कैन यूज़ नहीं करते हो. लाइक यू कांट से कैन आई कम इन सर. नो, that is informal usage. Can is used informally. For formal relationships, professional relationships, use may, and for informal, use can. Can I bring here? Request, can you help me?